The Photograph is a new film that's out in theaters on Valentine's Day weekend of 2020. It is rated PG-13. It is an hour and 46 minutes. It is a drama and a romance. It is not a romantic comedy. So there's your warning. By the way, my name is Anita, and this is Noah Go Reviews. And what I do here is give you spoiler free reviews to let you know whether or not you should know or go to the theaters to check the movie out. If you like what you see here, I need you to subscribe, comment, and let the diva know you came by. Let's discuss. Tell me about the movie. Are you going to see it? Let me know. The Photograph is written and directed by Stella McGee. Stella McGee is responsible for John of the Joneses, The Weekend, and Whatever. Um, the movie is starring Lakeith Stanfield, Issa Rae, um, Tiana Parrish, Kelvin Harrison Jr., Rob Morgan, Courtney B. Vance, Little Rel, um, Elon Noel, Shantae Adams, and a host of other people. The movie's description is a series of intertwining love stories set in the past and in the present. Basically, this is a spoiler-free review, so I'm going to touch on some details of the movie to kind of give you an idea. You've already seen the trailer, and so basically, Issa Rae's character, her name is May, and she ends up meeting this reporter who is doing a piece on her mother. Her mother just recently passed away. She left these two letters and some things that she had to go through to just find out more about her mother. Her mother, they weren't close, and her mother left her a letter, and in that letter, there was a photograph as well, and the photograph kind of pieces the different stories together to where they're intertwining past and present. Um, the letters is another layer of the movie that kind of tells you, it kind of explains to you the mindset of the mother and what all she wanted to do and what things she couldn't do and things she couldn't bring herself to do and things of that nature. So she was explaining herself all the while, and we're cutting in between these stories, past and present, and it was all relevant to the overall narrative there. Living life. And I felt like that was the biggest strength, is that they just seemed really, really normal. And the way the movie played out, it was similar to the pacing of If Beale Street Could Talk, where it was a lot of sitting in the moment, looking at the expression on the people's faces, living in the thoughts and what the person is thinking. And yes, it kind of drags down the pace of the movie a little bit. And I'll get into my negatives a little bit later. But the characters, they did an awesome job acting. Lakeith Stanfield is like, he's on the up and coming as far as our black rising stars. Issa Rae did a really, really good job in a dramatic role. And we normally know her for her comedic beats and her comedic timing and things of that nature. She played in Little last year, and she was really, really funny in that movie. And in her show Insecure, she's pretty funny there too. Although there are some little dramatic elements, but I really felt like this one really demanded a little bit more from her, and I appreciated it. Where she's not up there yet, but I definitely see the potential there, and hope that she continues to get more roles and gets to spread and just build her, you know, her acting presence. And her he was really good. He provided the comedic relief. him and Tiana Parrish, who played his wife, and then he had two young children, little girls. They were funny as well. So that whole family dynamic, and they are attached to Lakeith Stanfield character. That brought a very much needed levity to the movie because the movie is very deep. And when I say very deep, it's very layered. And that's what I liked about the writing and the direction. There are some flaws in the writing and direction I'll get to in my flaws, but as far as the cinematography was great, but the direction was really, really good because I appreciated where the cuts and the transitions between the past and present happened. It wasn't jarring. I felt like it was right in the right message where you're trying to figure out some things with Issa's part. Then they cut and show Issa moms and Elon and oh my God, Elon Noel and Shantae Adams. They absolutely, this was their story. Even though they felt like they were the subplot of the story, I very much connected with them on a more emotional level with their love and with their love story, and just them as they just commanded something, and it just gave you a little bit something more deeper than what Issa and Lakeith's. And theirs was like a more of a popcorn microwave relationship, but when we go back to the past with this great love, there were layers there. There were some things that she experienced with her mom. There were some, things that, with Elon and how he was so in love with her and she was so in love with him. But, she just kept getting hurt. And each time she got hurt, it was just a change in her. And so, while I'll just leave it at that. I really connected to their love story the most. The music, OMG, the music. The music was so on point. Man, kudos. I really don't care for him and his arrogant attitude and his personality type. But Robert Glasper, he is the MVP. He rocked. Man, that whole soundtrack is a vibe. That whole movie is a vibe. When we go back into the 70s and 80s, we listening to Luther Vandross. We got Anita Baker. We got Al Green. We got Karen White. I mean, oh my God, the music. And then when we go to the present day with Issa's storyline, they do a lot of the instrumentals, and that instrumental, beautiful, beautiful. All that jazz and trumpets and saxophones, and it was so, so, so good. It was perfect. It swelled in the right places. It added to the scene. It really elevated what we got as far as the story went. It was a vibe. I loved it. Loved everything about the music choices. And yeah. And okay, so yeah, that is where my praises end. I'm gonna take it on to my mixed reactions and the bad reactions. And basically, in the bad section, the pacing was a little off. While I don't mind, and it didn't bother me, but it could bother other people. While I didn't mind sitting because I needed it, because I'm going to tell you, I was a wet mess when I left out of the theater. My whole face was like soaked. And I think it's because some things resonated with me a little deeper than it may. It's like, if you don't experience those types of traumas and different things in your life, then it may not connect to you in a way that will garner an emotional reaction. But Yeah, when I was sitting with that, I really felt like they could have cut some of those scenes because I felt like they were just trying to let the music play. They were trying to let the the rest of the score finish what it was trying to do. But I was just like, okay, this we could have ended this scene, and then where I felt that there was some missing elements to help you better connect to Issa and Lakeith's, because that's where my flaw is that you really didn't get to connect with them as well. Um, it felt rushed. It felt popcorny. Felt microwavable. Okay, we here, boom, 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 and like it's just like it almost looked like it was the love at first sight, and I kind of took it for that because that's what it was portrayed as, a love at first sight type thing. But I really felt like while they lingered on some of them other scenes, they could have cut those scenes and added a little bit more substance to Issa and her mom's character, and maybe gave us a little bit more about Lakeith's character as well. Because I can see people saying that they didn't really connect to them um, because it felt so rushed and everything. Um, and actually, that is my flaw. Like, I didn't see too much of anything, and that was like a nitpick. I mean, if it was something else that I would really want to, so that means the script was lacking just a little or something. And who knows? It could have been in there, and it could have just been cut out and left on the cutting room floor, and then maybe on a DVD as an added deleted scene. Things of that nature. So it may have been there, but we just don't know. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on the movie Photograph. And if you did not know, what I say for you and your coins is to go support and see that movie in theaters. Go, go, go see the Photograph. You will enjoy it. It's a vibe. It's a bop. And it's definitely enjoyable. And I definitely recommend it to everyone, not just black people. And does it live up to Love Jones? I think it's different in its own way. But there were some Love Jones elements in there, and I think that's with the whole New York, the music. There was music. You remember in Love Jones, there were a couple of club scenes, and all of that going on. So I think we can put this on a classic level. Yeah, I mean, we're never going to get our 80s and 90s love films back, y'all. We just not. We not. So, but I am proud to say I am 100% standing behind this as far as quality goes. Um, let's see, on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a it has a 74% on a tomato meter, which is actually a little too low for me. I would think it would be in the 80s, but to each his own. It's 74% on a tomato meter, but it's certified fresh. They're doing tons and tons of press, and listen to some of the junkets that they go to. They talk about it. They're on The View. They're on The Real. They're on all these different types of circuits. Go listen to some of their interviews, and they were really, really enjoyable. Their chemistry was just magnetic. I mean, both of them, the mother and the love story in the past and the love story in the present was chemistry was fire. Loved it. It was just such a well rounded, grounded, real story that I totally just ate up. I appreciated something that we needed. And I just needed to see it. I just needed to see black love on TV not being toxic. Yeah, some things happen, but all in all, it was a good movie. And I totally recommend. I hope you go see it. Get down in the comments and let the diva know what you thought about the movie. Are you going to see it? Have you seen it? Let me know. Let me know whether or not you think it's a comparison to Love Jones. Um, Yeah, you guys tell me which love story you like the best. Yeah, let's get down in the comments and make it do what it do. All right, thanks for watching.